Sephiroth. Couldn't get a drawn thumbnail that would look good in the short time because I'm already pretty bad at drawing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this video up in time. If I do, good job me. And I'm planning on getting this video out before I get out the reaction to the full length video. But Sephiroth, the 8th DLC fighter in the Fighter Pack 1 and 2, or 9 if you count the plant, was supposed to be released on December 22nd. But Sakurai announced the Sephiroth challenge, when if you even beat easy mode, you get Sephiroth early. Only if you have the DLC pass though. It said that even easy mode was supposed to be very difficult, but I only got hit once from a mispress, and beat it in 17 seconds. It was incredibly easy for what the reward was, 5 days early. Sephiroth is the next and probably final Fantasy character. Final. And I have absolutely no idea about anything else with this guy other than that, and I won't know any references or story points. Sorry. So I'm going to get into his moveset in a moment. But sorry if this is a tad lazy edited. I'm recording, editing, and getting footage all in probably 3 hours, which I don't usually do. So it's going to be a bit less well made. Well, my videos are pretty bad, except for the last one. Someone else edited that one. But let's get into the character. Sephiroth's gimmick is the one wing mechanic, where if you're losing, your attacks get buff and your speed gets faster. If you have less stocks, then you could probably get out 30% per stock. And if you have more stocks, it will probably come out about 100%. So far, I've never actually gotten the one wing mechanic. It's pretty easy, but I've only fought level 3 CPUs, and I haven't really done much. His first special, though, we're going on to the specials. His first special is a boom. Sephiroth is kind of like Robin with a sword in some ways, actually. You charge up this move with 3 charges, getting stronger, but having less range. The last one being incredibly powerful. So big charge equals big boom. Next is his side special, where he does a zap and hits the opponent with orb. And makes up to 5 orbs circle around the fighter, and after a bit they go and bonk the character, dealing a bit of damage to them. This is actually a lot like Joker's move, side special. Sephiroth is kind of Joker and Robin with a huge sword, more like Joker though, because even the one wing mechanic is a lot like Arsene, making his moves more powerful. His up special is a lot like Pikachu's, but a quick slash going in the air, going a bit of distance. But if you charge it, that is a lot of stabs. He just stabs and stabs and slashes. It does a lot of damage and basically every time all of the hits hit. This move is very satisfying to pull off. And now it's down special. It's kind of a counter that goes off on its own after a bit and deals a little bit of damage. And despite its look, it does not reflect projectiles. More of an absorb stun, actually. If you get hit by a strong move, it just breaks the shield with only a bit of end lag to Sephiroth, which is really helpful. I'm not going to go into as much details with the smash attacks though. All of them are mainly sword swipes and which direction you input. But they're different enough with its range that I think that anime sword fighter doesn't even really fit him. He's anime with a sword, but he's not another Marth clone. He has his own gimmicks and special things. It's like comparing Robin to Marth. A bit alike, but very different in some aspect. His final smash is summoning the big boy. Then a meteor hits your opponent's what? Afterwards, it actually gives them effects that make it more difficult for them, like being dizzy or having a flower on their head. I think that's really good for a final smash that barely does any damage, since you can land some powerful hits on dizzy opponents and other things. Now for Sephiroth's stage. It's a lot like Yggdrasil's art altar. Butchered the name there, I know. But it's more of a story stage. You float around and events happen in the back. But the things are so intense, it's not at all a boring stage by any means. There's so much happening in the background, and it takes about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to complete the whole thing. Now for some aesthetic things about Sephiroth. All of his skins are a lot like Cloud's except for the last two. Pretty boring with barely any changes. But then he becomes shirtless. That's more of a difference than a robe, you know? He goes from having battle armor to not even his shirt. But his second shirtless skin, I wouldn't even blame you if you didn't see the difference. Changes his sword's handle a little bit. His taunts, they're mainly intimidating the opponent. Then magic. His victory screens are mainly him and fire being intimidating. He's intimidating. But I'd say Sephiroth altogether is a really fun fighter. His long range and strong power makes for a great fighter, and I think he's a good character for the DLC pack.